Dr. Amir Ali. Sir, please start the session, sir. Please, sir.
Listed na karo sound ko.
Dr. Amir Ali Sheikh, sir. Sir, please start the session, sir. Please, sir.
Problem আছে?
Hello, sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir. Please start the session, sir. Please.
Respected principal, sir. Are you hearing me? Principal, sir.
Yes.
A very nice good morning to all participants and organizer team of Ahmedabad College, Satya. May I now request our principal to provide his inaugural speech for this today's session. Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Amir Ali Sheikh. Wishing you all the best for the Happy New Year 2023. Good morning to all the participants, dear participants from different colleges across the country, respected research person, Shri Suryakant Sharmaji, Senior Consultant, AMFI, and former DGM SEBI. I, on behalf of the National Webinar on Financial Empowerment through Wealth Creation today, which is organized by the Department of Economics and IQAC of Ahmedabad College, Satya, Dhubri, Assam, in collaboration with Association of Mutual Fund of India. First of all, I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to all of you. Your participation is highly appreciated from our end. I request all of you to remain with us till the last and listen the valuable speech of Shri Suryakant Sharmaji regarding financial empowerment and SEBI. And with my little speech, I formally inaugurated this webinar today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable speech and opening this session. And now, I would like to welcome all the participants from different colleges and different stakeholders and students from different colleges and different departments. I would like to introduce our research person, Suryakant Sharmaji, to all participants. Sri Suryakant Sharma, am I audible, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Sir, you are audible, sir. Please continue, sir.
Thank you, sir. Suryakant Sharma, sir, is a commerce graduate and master's in law with specialization in corporate laws. He is also Chartered Associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Sri Sharma was over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and security market and has served in a leading financial institution. Thereafter, in Department of Finance Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in SEBI. Sri Sharmaji joined Security and Exchange Board of India in 2003 and served there for more than 15 years, has served in different departments of SEBI. Lastly, in addition to other assignments, he was DGM in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northeastern region for more than 5 years. Sri Sharma is also a member of working group of NCERT for developing vocational courses on mutual fund for students of class 11th and 12th classes. Sri Sharma also a mentor of few NGOs working for financial literacy and investor awareness in the country. Under his supervision, more than 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted across North India. And he himself was addressed a guest speaker in more than 600 IAPs. After superannuation from SEBI in 2019, he joined Association of Mutual Fund in India and Apex Body of Mutual Fund in India, a senior consultant, North India. This is very shortly about our today's research person, Suryakant Sharmaji. Apart from this, he is a great personality in the investment and finance sector in India. May I now request Suryakant Sharmaji to take over the session for today's creation of managing personal finance through wealth creation. Thank you, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Sheikh. Thank you, respected principal of the Ahmedabad College, all faculty members, staff members, and students of the college, as well as participants from other institutions across country. I am thankful to Mr. Sheikh and the principal of the college for giving me opportunity to be with all of you, of course, through this platform. But Dr. Sheikh, I would be more than happy to come to you, your esteemed education institutions, physically at the first opportunity when the things are convenient for all of us. So, I am also thankful to the organizing team members who have worked hard for maximum registration of for this program and also have encouraged students to join this program. The today's topic you have given is how to manage our personal finance. And but before I start my session, I will like to request all of you that this program is from Association of Mutual Funds in India, AMFI, which is an apex body of mutual funds in India. But my dear participants, this is not a program for promotion or marketing of the mutual funds. I want to make it very clear, Dr. Sheikh, at the outset. This program is purely an investor awareness program. And who are investors? There are two categories of investors. First category, those like Dr. Sheikh, respected principal, faculty members, and staff members who are already earning. Those who are earning definitely are investors one or other way. But there is other category of investors, those who are not investors as such. They are your students, your research scholars. but they are going to earn very soon down the line in 1 or 2 or 3 years. So they are also potential investors. And my session will give emphasis on both the categories of investors. And as this program is for the participants, I will request at least to students, kindly keep a notebook and pen with them for noting down or writing down anything they found useful or a new idea in my session, so that they can further explore those points through Google and websites. Dr. Sheikh, you are well aware that nowadays everything is available on the websites and Google. We are flooded with the information. We can get any information from thousands of sources. So these programs are just to encourage them to go deeper into the subject. And thirdly and lastly, I will be more than happy if more and more questions come from the participants. After my session is over, we will welcome all of you to kindly ask questions relating to the subject. You can give your question to the chat box. Dr. Sheikh will take those questions after my session is over. And once my session is over, we will make the town hall open. Anybody can just raise the hand and ask the question. But in the meantime, I will request Dr. Mohammed and Darshi Borthukar, kindly put down your hands for the time being till my session is over. The topic today is how to manage your personal finance. Now the moot question arises, what is the necessity of managing finance? What is the necessity? Why we should manage our personal finance? What we will get out of it if we don't manage it? What we will suffer? These are very, very important questions for all of us to ponder into. My dear friends, you will appreciate that money is very, very, very important for all of us. And Dr. Sheikh, you might have heard that upar khuda hai, niche paisa hai. That is why the importance of money in our life. For each and every aspect of life, every minute, every day, we need money to manage our life or to live life at the way we wish. That is why the importance of money. And how we get money, Dr. Sheikh? The main source of money, most probably those who are in job and services, salary which they get from their employer. In your case, from your college. So the main source of money for all of us is the salary or the income which we get from our salary for giving our services to the institutions. Now, what we do with the salary which we get from our employer, what we do normally do? A majority of our salary and income goes into taking care of our monthly and regular expenses. Ration, traveling, education of children, utility bills, lot of other things we have to pay every month for those services and those things regularly. But my dear friends, we Indians have a unique habit, and that is in our blood. And what is that? And that is indeed unique, my dear friends. That is, we don't spend all the money which we earn. We sincerely try. Of course, nowadays it is not easy to take away some money out of our income. But even a person who is earning 10,000 rupees will sincerely try to take away 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees. Of course, very difficult. Again, I repeat. But they will try to take away some money out of their income for their future requirement. And the money which we don't spend or out of our income, what we call it, sir, Sheikh sir, it is called savings. इसे बचत कहते हैं. And we all are savers. We save the money. Every family. That is very natural for all of us. We save the money. And why we save? Because we know it very well that in future we will need a lot of money, huge money, for our family obligations, for our social engagements, for our hobbies, for enjoyment of life, for comfortable life. For all these things we will need money, and that money which we save today, will definitely compensate our regular income which we'll be getting after during our service. That is why the importance of saving. And we are all savers. But two things I want to tell about you saving. First is kindly start saving right from the month when you start earning. This I am giving particularly to students when they will start earning, and even those who are young faculty members and young participants who have joined. Kindly start saving right from the first month when you start saving. And don't be shy at what will happen if I save 500 rupees, if I save 1,000 rupees, if I save 2,000 rupees. My dear friends, this saving of 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees, 10,000, 100, 1,000 rupees is going to make a big difference down the line after 15 years, because this regular saving of even 10,000 or 1,000 rupees is going to be lakhs of rupees in your life after 10, 15, 20 years. So please start saving, and don't be shy that if I save 500 rupees or 10,000 or 1,000 rupees, what difference is going to make? It's going to make very, very important difference in your life. The first thing is kindly start saving right from the day one when you start earning. Second thing is kindly keep increasing your saving every year minimum by 10%. How it is possible? We all know, Sheikh sir, because we get increment, our income or salary get increased every year because of increment, because of DNS allowance, other allowances we also keep increasing. So with the increase in income, we must increase our saving every year. And ideally, it should be 10,000. Ideally, it should be 10% a month. If this year you are saving 1,000 rupees, next year it should be 1,100 rupees. And third year, it should be 1,200 plus rupees. This is very important. And if you follow these two basic rules in your life, it might look very ordinary to all of you. You might say, yes, अरे सब हम कर रहे हैं, ये तो होगा ही, हम करेंगे. My dear participants, these two very small things are going to change your life forever. That is why the importance of timely and regular saving and increasing your saving every year. Now, the next question arises, what we do with the savings which we are making every year? What do we do? There are two options, my dear friends. The first option is that whatever I am saving, I am keeping that saving at my home in a currency form, in a box. Religiously, I am saving a particular amount, maybe 1,000, whatever it may be. But what I am foolishly doing, I am using the word foolishly. What I am foolishly doing is keeping my saving at in a cash form in a box at home, or just leaving that saving into my savings bank account where we normally get salary nowadays. My dear participant, this is not justified at all. Please mind it. This is not justified at all. You should not only save, but you must not put your savings into cash form at home or in savings account, because it is a gross injustice to your family, to yourself, and to our nation as a whole. So what I am requesting you, all of you, kindly save, but don't put your savings at home. Then naturally you will ask me then what to do. Yes, my dear friends, there is other option available, Mr. Rahman, with all of us, that is putting our saving into investment mode. Putting our saving into investment through a process. And what is investment? Putting your savings into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future, or putting your savings into some financial instrument which will give you regular and periodical return in future. And the process of putting your savings into some assets or in some financial instrument, my dear participant, it is called investment. So investment is the second step. Saving is the first step. Because without saving, what you will invest? That is very natural. But you must not stop at savings. Because if you save and don't invest, better not to save. Better not to save. Better not to save. Better not to save, and you enjoy with the money which you are saving, because the purpose of saving will itself be defeated if you don't invest it. That is why, my dear friends, my dear participants, I'm emphasizing here that you should not only save, but you must invest your savings. And the purpose of investment is very simple and distinct, my dear friends. Very simple purpose, but rather the only purpose. And what is the purpose, sir? My money should also earn money for me. मेरा पैसा भी मुझे पैसा कमा कर दे. That is the whole intent and purpose of investment. And why it is necessary? Because if you save and don't invest, your money get diminished. The value of the purchasing power of money get diminished because of inflation. That is why not only saving is important, but putting your saving into investment is also equally important. So we are all and perchance we are all investors, my dear friends. Those who are earning, your faculty members, your staff members must be aware that, Mr. Jaman, we are all investors as well. You must be putting your saving in one or other form, wherever you are putting your saving. So we are all investors. But unfortunately, Mr. Jaman, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not. Unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person, despite their sincere efforts in saving and investment, we just remain money accumulators in our life. We don't become wealth creators. Please do understand what I am saying. We sincerely try. We are saving and we are investing. But even after that, we just remain money. We simply accumulate money. We don't create wealth. And my dear friends, unless and until we create wealth out of investment, we will not be prosper. Equation is very simple. Whether you understand or not, it is your choice. But the fact of the game is that you must create some wealth out of your investment. But Mr. Jaman, now the question arises, why most of us are money accumulators only? This is a very valid question we should ask to ourselves. Why we are money accumulators? Why we are not wealth creators? Yes, my dear friends. The answer lies, the first we should understand what is money accumulation and what is wealth creation. Then we will go ahead. And that is, I take this example, Mr. Jaman, very simple example of bank FD, bank fixed deposit. Why I am taking this example? Because everybody knows about the bank FD. Even students who have not gone for bank FD must be knowing their parents must have done the bank FD. Suppose, and I kindly permit me, Mr. Jaman, to take your name in this example. Suppose Mr. Jaman has got 1 lakh rupees with him. Of course, he has got much more than that. But just for example's sake, we say that Mr. Jaman has got 1 lakh rupees with him. And he goes for a 1-year bank FD with a good bank. Present rate of interest, Mr. Jaman, we are aware that around 6%. Take it 6%. So you put your 1 lakh for a FD for 1 year. After 1 year, when I ask Mr. Jaman, what happened to your FD? Sir, what will be your answer? Your answer will be very simple. And you must be happy for that. I have earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. Am I right, sir? And my bank has given back my money. And you are happy. And most of us are happy like this only. But my dear friends, through Jaman, I want to tell all of you, you are not right. Please do understand what I am saying. Mr. Jaman, you are not right. You must not feel happy on the earning interest of 6,000 rupees on your bank FD. Why? Because two very important factors affect your return, which normally we ignore. We are always happy with what I get. Normally we are happy whatever return I get my investment. I very, oh Baba, I got 6,000, I got 10,000, I got 20,000. I am happy. No, sir. These two factors must be kept in mind while analyzing your return on investment, and FD is also an investment. Mr. Jaman, you will agree with me. The first and important factor is inflation, mehengai. We always talk about inflation day in, day out. even your staff room. The hot topic today is inflation. And what is inflation, sir? Inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, sir? Simple thing. Inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services. Suppose, Mr. Jaman, last year when you were going for bank FD, had you not gone for bank FD, and you could have purchased something out of 1 lakh rupees, some items, some goods, or might have availed some services from 1 lakh rupees. Mr. Jaman, tell me, would you be able to get same items, same goods and same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees? Would it be possible, sir? No, we all know it will not be possible. Why? Because of inflation, prices of those items have increased. So Mr. Jaman was very happy when he gets 6,000 rupees. And suppose the inflation rate has been 5%. What does it mean? Last year, whatever Mr. Jaman could have purchased for 1 lakh rupees, for the same items, same goods and same services, Mr. Jamal will need to pay after 1 year, not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees. Am I right, sir? 1,05,000. I think you are agreeing with me. Now you see the proposition. Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. We normally don't think in such terms, but it's a fact that out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. But still, Mr. Jaman say, okay, let the 5,000 go out from inflation, eating of inflation. I have still got 1,000 rupees. No, sir. One another factor is there, and that is most of the income and return on investment is taxable. Government of India do take some taxes from us, some income tax, some capital gain tax, some wealth tax, whatever form it may take, but normally government takes on most of the return on investment. And in the case of FD, Mr. Raman, the rules are very, very clear. Whatever you earn as bank FD interest will be taken as your income. Whole 6,000 will be treated as your income, and you will have to pay income tax as per your slab. Suppose you are in 20% bracket, sir. You will have to pay 20% on 6,000 as income tax as well. And what is 20%, sir? 1,200 rupees. And Mr. Jaman, in our times, we also were knowing these rules, but we were very sure, let it be. Who will come from income tax department to collect this such income tax on our such income? But now, Mr. Jaman, because of technology, all your income is automatically shared with the income tax department. Now you can't avoid it, sir. The moment you get credit of interest in your bank account on FD, the same will be known to income tax department also. So if you don't include this income in your income tax return, there is a possibility that you might get even some income tax notice for not paying income tax. Now you see the proposition, Mr. Raman, you were very happy when you got 6,000 rupees as interest income, but in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 had been eaten by the inflation, and 12,000 income tax department has taken from your income. Did you get anything, sir? Rather, no real return. Rather, 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. And this is fact with most of our investments. This is fact. I take this example forward. Suppose the rate of interest, Mr. Jaman, is 8% on FD. In that scenario, you will earn 8,000 as a bank interest income for 1 year, sir. Suppose keeping inflation at 5% out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600 you will have to pay as income tax. But even after that, Mr. Raman, there remains 1,400 rupees. And that is your real return. Please mind, my dear participant, what I want to emphasize here. This 1,400 is your real return, and only this real return is going to create wealth for you. So, my dear, the real return formula is very simple, my dear friends. Real return equal to notional return, that is 6,000 and 8,000, minus inflation, that is 5,000, minus income tax, if any, that is 1,200 and 1,600. In the first scenario, Mr. Jaman, there is no real return. In the second scenario, there is a real return of 1,400 rupees. And my dear participants, we must try to earn some real return on all our investments. Because not earning real return is sheer money accumulation, sir. Of course, you will get 6,000 rupees, but no real gain, no creation of wealth at all. It will set off inflation and tax liability. That's all. Rather than in the first case, even that is not met. So, my dear participants, I again request all of you, those who are young, please do understand the importance of real return on investment. And we must try that we must get some real return, on our investments. Now, Mr. Javan, there a question arises. What is the reason that most of us are sheer money accumulants? We are intelligent. We are all educated. What is the reason that we are still money accumulators? We are not wealth creators. What is the reason? Sir, yes, sir. Sir, reason is there. And the reason lies not somewhere outside, Mr. Jaman. The reason lies in our minds. The reason lies in our minds. And what is that, sir? Most of the middle class, salary class person, Mr. Rahman, don't want to take any risk. Arey Baba, no. Don't talk about the risk. Don't talk about the risk. Tell us something about safe investment. Normally, this is our question. Sir, tell us something about safe investment, because we are not used to take some risk. I don't know, Mr. Rahman and Mr. Jaman and Sheikh sir or principal sir will agree with me only. But Mr. Rahman, the fact of the investment success is that most of the investment have got risk, whether you accept it or not. Most of the investment have got risk. Of course, degree of risk will vary from high risk to low risk to minimum, moderate risk to minimum risk. But most of the investment have got risk. So, my dear friends, there is an illusion of safe investment. There is no safe investment. Please come out of it. Please come out, so that we can think in a broader way. There is no term safe investment. And Mr. Jaman, you might be aware that even in bank FD, the maximum security government provides is 5 lakhs only. Suppose you have got a FD of 10 lakhs rupees and a bank fails, government will give you only up to 5 lakhs only. That is why in investment risk is there. Please do appreciate. Because once we appreciate and accept, Mr. Jaman, that risk is there, then definitely we will think how I can manage my risk. How can I minimize my... Definitely. We will definitely think on those terms. How I can manage my risk, how I can minimize my risk. And my dear friends, it is possible. Yes, absolutely it is possible. How, Mr. Jaman? Very simple two-word formula I am sharing with all of you. Very simple. Mr. Raman might laugh at me. Sir, you are talking so simple things. We all know all these things. But my dear friends, I am a student only. I am not a professor. I am not an intellectual person. So my level is of students only. So how I can manage my risk, Mr. Jaman? I am just sharing a two-word formula to all of you. Formula is very simple. Think, understand and invest. सोच कर, समझ कर, निवेश कर. Only two words I have used, Mr. Jaman. सोच कर, समझ कर, निवेश कर. The first word I have used is think. What we have to think, my dear friends? Two things I have to think about myself, Mr. Rahman. The first thing is, what is my risk appetite? How much risk I can? Because we know that in investment risk is there. Then naturally I will think, I will definitely think. Definitely I will think how I can manage my risk. My dear, please do understand that every individual has got different risk appetite. Every individual. Rahman sir has got different one. Mr. Sheikh has got different one. Other Sheikh has got different one. Mr. Principal sir has got different one. Why? Because our income is different. Our family obligations are different. Our social structure is different. So every individual has got different risk appetite. And we must invest our savings in such a manner strictly as per my risk appetite. If I can take high risk, I should invest in the products which have got high risk. If my risk appetite is moderate, then I should invest in a manner that I should in a manner that my risk is in only moderate risk products. If I don't have high risk appetite, then I should invest only in products which have got minimum risk appetite. That is why I am requesting you, please do invest as per your risk appetite. And my dear friends, risk appetite is broadly connected with your age. Mr. Rahman, those who are young have got high risk appetite because they have got longer horizon of investment, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. But I don't have that luxury. That is why those who are young should think of investing some of your savings into products which have got high risk. Why? Because the economics rule, basic funda is there, Mr. Rahman. More risk, more reward. If you take high risk, then there is a possibility of gaining high reward on your investment. No guarantee at all. Please do mind. But probability increases, possibility increases. So those who are young should take high risk and they should be long-term investor. But those who are who have already crossed 50, 55, their risk-taking capacity has become literally zeroed down. So they should be very, very alert about investing in their hard-earned money in such products which have got least risk. Of course, return might be reasonable, but then my perception of risk has changed when I have crossed 50, 55. Because now I want my money safe. I'm not for the real high return now, but those who are young, they must be for high return. They must go for the high return. Their purpose should be very clear. Earning maximum real return on their investment. So the first thing is investment as per your risk appetite. Second thing is investment as per your time horizon. That is equally important. And how and why it is important, sir? Because, sir, we will need money in life, Mr. Rahman, not in one go, not at one time. We will need money in life for many times, for many big things in our life that you can term as milestones also. So, my dear friends, please do understand that time horizon of investment is very, very important. And what is time horizon of investment, friends? Simply speaking, I should have money, Mr. Jaman, when I need it. That is time horizon of investment. Suppose you will need 10 lakhs rupees after 5 years. And you invest in a product which will give return after 10 years. Product might be very good, but that might not be suitable for you because you will need money after 5 years. And the product will give you return after 10 years. That is why time horizon of investment is very important. And one thing connected to time horizon of investment, Mr. Rahman, is financial plan. We must draw a financial plan of ourselves and for family. And what is financial plan? Simply speaking, what money I will need at what time and for what purpose. That is financial plan. You simply sit with your family, discuss with them, make 3 columns on the paper, Mr. Rahman. In the first column, you note down what are the major milestones in your life. Marriage, purchase or construction of house, purchase of vehicle, going on vacations, higher education of children, marriage of children, and then retirement plan. All these things are major milestones normally, Mr. Jaman, in our life. So in the first column, please jot down what are the milestones in your life. And if I have missed out something, I give you leverage to add on that milestone. In the second column, Mr. Jaman, Against each milestone, start the putting the period when it is likely to happen. Idea only, no precisely, of course, not possible. Just idea. Suppose somebody say that I am not married, but likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years against marriage. Likewise, 2 years, then birth of the children, 3.5 years, 4 years, and then 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. And last very important thing, Mr. Jaman, in the third column, please start putting the money you will need for each milestone. 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore, start putting the period. Again, idea only. Two things I want to specifically mention here, Mr. Jaman. The first thing is, very important thing is, higher education of children. Mr. Jaman, every parent will like their children to get best of the education in the world. Very natural, every parent. Suppose today, Mr. Jaman, a good MBA degree from a reputed institution costs around 20 lakhs for 2-year MBA degree. Around 20 lakhs. It is today, sir. But when your children will go for higher education after 20 years, have you ever imagined what will be the cost of MBA degree at that time? That degree which is costing around 20 lakhs today, Mr. Jaman, after 20-25 years, it will cost not less than 2 crore rupees per child because of inflation. So suppose you have got 2 children, then you will need only for higher education of children, sir, not less than 4 crore rupees for your children. Even when you have 2 kids. Then last one is retirement planning. I don't know, Mr. Jaman, whether it is a government institution or not, whether you have got old pension or not, but mostly a pension is not there. Mostly pension is not there. So how we will live retirement life? The greatest minus point in retirement life, Mr. Jaman, is I will not get the salary credited in my bank account on first, which I am getting today. That will be the minus point when I get retired. How I live my retirement life? And normally, Mr. Raman, one more thing has happened. When we got independence in 1947, Mr. Jaman, average Indian age was 56 years. But now it has crossed 70 years, 72, 75 years even. So even after retirement, you will be living normally up to 10, 15, 20 years. From where money will come to enjoy your retirement life, sir. For that, you will have to work hard to develop a corpus, retirement corpus. Normally, people do start preparing and start saving for retirement corpus. Plus, whenever they get some superannuation benefit at the time of retirement, they also club it. And all money is invested in some schemes. The purpose is very simple, that I should get minimum monthly income so that I can survive. That's the purpose of that. So, Mr. Jaman, what should be your retirement corpus? Suppose, Mr. Jaman, your age is 30 today. Just for example, suppose your age is 30 today, and you say that you are managing your monthly expenses with 30,000 per month. It is today, sir. But after 30 years, when you become 60, when you get retired, have you ever imagined, sir, what money you will need every month for managing your monthly expenses? Not less than 2 lakh rupees per month because of inflation. So 2 lakhs means multiply by 12 is literally 24, 25 lakhs per year you will need for leading a retired normal life. So how much retirement corpus you should have? A thumb rule is there, my dear participant. Please note it down. Thumb rule is your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. If your annual expenses is 25 lakhs, Mr. Jaman, you should develop a retirement corpus of not less than 5 crore rupees. I know you may or may not agree with me, but these are the facts of life. So please do understand, you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus, because normally we will be living after retirement 10, 15, 20 years. And Mr. Jaman, now I want participant to be scary. Make the last column total of the money you will need in your life, and you might be surprised, Mr. Jaman. A person of the age of around 30 today will need 10 to 12 crore rupees for their milestones only. Only for their milestone. I've excluded the monthly expenses from 30 year to 60 year, from where that 10 to 12 crore rupees will come, Mr. Jaman. Now, Amitabh Bachchan KBC show has also stopped now. It is also no more available. Next year, it might come again. And Mr. Jaman had decided to win 7.5 crore from that KBC show. But what about others? What about other lakhs of people? So we have to be very, very serious right from the day we start earning, that we should save as much as we can save. We should put our savings into the best investment mode. We should earn maximum real return throughout our life to make our kitty huge. Now, one more thing I want to tell you about investment is rule of compounding. Mr. Jaman, rule of compounding is eighth wonder of the world. We might not have understood the importance of a rule of compounding, Mr. Sheikh, but rule of compounding is eighth wonder. And what is rule of compounding in investment, Mr. Jaman? Simply speaking, you will have to take a pledge with yourself. You will have to make a promise with yourself. Simple, you have to make it, no other person. And that is, whenever I will earn some return on my investment. Definitely when you invest, you will earn return. Definitely it is there. So whenever and whatever return I will earn on my investment, I will never use that return for my personal consumption or for my celebrations or for that matter my vacation. That promise has to be made. And Mr. Jaman, I know it is not a simple thing to make such promise, because down the line after 10 years, when Mr. Jaman will earn 10 lakhs rupees on in investment, whole his family will be behind him. Go on vacation, enjoy this money, go on repair or maintenance of the house, it is overdue. Go for any other big thing. That is very natural. But then you have to be very clear. No, whatever and whenever I earned return on my investment, I will never use that. And that return might be 500 rupees or 50,000 or 5 lakh or 10 lakh. Money doesn't matter. Only better is it promise that I will not use that money or return on my investment for my vacation, for my celebration. What I will simply do, I will simply club that return on income with my regular investment and reinvest it. I know, sir, it is difficult. Again, I repeated, it is difficult, Mr. Jaman, but it is not impossible. It's a matter of discipline only. It's a matter of commitment only. It's a matter of promise only. And please, you will have to make this promise with yourself. So please do religiously follow rule of compounding in investment return. And if you follow it, my dear friends, if you follow it, and there is no excuse of it, you have to follow it. If you follow it, Mr. Jaman, down the line after 10-15 years, you will be happily surprised that your return has multiplied like anything. Your return has been much more than your original investment. But my dear friends, it will be happening not today. It will be happening not tomorrow. It will happen after 10, 15, 20 years. That is why for investment success, Mr. Jaman, you have to have patience. Please do have patience for your investment to grow. For your investment to grow. So, but religiously follow rule of compounding. Last 10-15 minutes, we will discuss now where we can invest. What are the products available? Mr. Jaman, if you are there, what are the products available for all of us to invest? The first category of product, my dear friends, where we can invest is governmental small saving scheme, Mr. Jaman, where we can invest. And one of the best product government of small saving scheme is, I personally feel, I don't know whether Mr. Jaman has opened account or Mr. Rahman sir has opened account in this scheme. If they have not opened, Mr. Sheikh, you have missed something. Every Indian middle class, salary class person must have a public provident fund account, PPF. Public Provident Fund account. It is a Government of India small saving scheme. Very good scheme of the Government of India. And this account can be opened either at any branch of the post of the bank or any post office. And Mr. Jaman, PPF is different of EPF. EPF is employee related provident fund. PPF is a public scheme. Anybody can open an account, whether you are in service, whether you are in business, whether you are agriculturist, whether you are a professional, whatever you are doing. Even when you are not doing, you can have a PPF account. And I personally feel every individual who is earning must have a PPF, and not even you, Mr. Jaman. Your spouse should also, you should also get open an account in her name. You should also open a PPF account in the name of your kids even. And the scheme is for 15 years, Mr. Jaman. Minimum amount every year you have to deposit is 500 rupees. Minimum amount is 500 rupees. And maximum amount you can deposit in a year is 1.50 lakhs. Beyond that, you can't invest. 1.50 lakh is the maximum limit. Now, you can continue with this scheme even after 15 years by extending this scheme for another 5 years, another 5 years, and another 5 years. And on PPF, as of today, the government of India is giving you 7.10% interest. 7.10% interest, which is compounding every year. Because every year this interest will be clubbed with the principal plus the deposit you make during the year, and next year whole interest will be given on all the money, which your principal amount, your additional contribution plus your interest. And top of it, there is no tax liability. It's one of the rarest schemes, Mr. Jaman, when there is no tax at all. It is tax exempt, no tax at all. Whenever you earn interest, no tax. Whenever you finally withdraw the money after completion of the scheme, no tax at all. So I will again request all of you, even students, to understand, please do open a PPF account, public provident fund account, which can be opened with any of the bank or post offices. I don't have time, so I will just mention the name. If those who are interested can note down the names, they can further explore the details of those schemes through Google and website. Second is National Saving Certificate, NSC. National Saving Certificate also, where you can invest. Third is Kisan Vikas Patra. Kisan Vikas Patra, where you can invest. And fourth one is RBI bonds. Reserve Banks of India also keep issuing bonds, sir. And even the today rate of interest is 7.15% every year, payable half yearly. Then Government of India securities also you can invest. And for that matter, RBI has recently launched a website, Mr. Jaman, RBI Retail Direct. RBI Retail Direct, where you can go register yourself, and then a small amount you can start saving in that account. Then Government of India, big corporations and organizations, National Highway Authority, ONGC, Railways, IRCTC, NTPC, Indian Oil Corporation, hundreds of such big corporations are there who also get loan from public. You can also give loan to the public by subscribing their debenture and bonds. And now government has started a new channel for Government of India undertaking, that is called Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2. Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2. Please get the details of all these things on your Google and website. And the beauty of all these schemes, Mr. Chairman, is there is no risk at all. Whatever government promises you, government will give you return. Whenever the scheme matures, government will make maturity payment to you. So there is no risk at all. And I personally feel, Mr. Jaman, a normal middle class, salary class person should invest at least 15 to 20% of their total investment in such governmental small savings scheme, where the return may not be extraordinary, but sir, 100% security is there without any risk. So please do consider investing your hard-earned money in such a scheme. All other investment products, Mr. Jaman, has got now risk, very clearly speaking. All other have got risk. But before that, coming to other products, I just asked Mr. Jaman, have you ever seen the horses race on the television? One game is there of the rich persons. A few horses go participate in the race, and out of that, one horse win the race, and whoever has put the money on that race win the money, all other loses that money. There is a golden rule of that game, sir, and that is never put all your money on a single horse. कभी भी सारा पैसा एक घोड़े पर मत लगाइए, because if that horse loses, all your money will go. That is why try to develop a basket of investment. Try to put your money into different products. Some may be of high risk, some may be of moderate risk, some may be of minimum risk, some may be of no risk. So developing a basket of investment, Mr. Jaman, is very, very important for your investment success. So your return will average out and your risk will also average out. The second product where we can invest, Mr. Rahman, is property and real estate. But it has got risk, Mr. Jaman, you must be knowing. How much prices will go of the property, we don't know. How much return we will get, we don't know. Whether we will be able to sell the property when we need the money, not sure. And maintenance cost or acquisition cost of property is also very high nowadays. And top of it, Mr. Jaman, we can't invest in property by 5 lakh, 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. We will need huge money, 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore. So property is a product available for you. How much you can invest, I leave it to you. But it has got risk. Third one is gold, where we can invest. I'm not seeing any female participants here, but when I start talking about the gold, Mr. Jaman, they will have a smile on big smile on their faces, because our Indian female members, Mr. Jaman, you must be knowing, they are fond or passionate about gold. अरे बाबा gold, क्या बात करना gold का, जितना हो जाए उतना अच्छा है. That is a normal reaction of female participants. So gold has historically been, Mr. Jaman, has been a safety valve for Indian middle class families. Historically, we purchase gold by purchase of jewelry and biscuits. But there is a negative side in that, Mr. Jaman. First, when you keep jewelry at home, Mr. Jaman, you might not be getting sound sleep at home. Or if you put your gold in a locker, you will have to pay annual charges for that locker. That is why Government of India, Mr. Jaman, now it is not a private scheme. Government of India has come out with a unique scheme of sovereign gold bond scheme. Please note it down. SOVEREIGN. Sovereign gold bond scheme. Very good scheme of the Government of India, Mr. Rahman and Mr. Sheikh. In which Government of India is inviting you to invest in this scheme. And Government of India will not give you gold, but a sovereign certificate of will be given to you that this much of money or the price of that gold is lying with them. This is again I repeat, sovereign gold bond scheme. Normally, Mr. Rahman, we don't sell gold. Normally it happens. We hardly sell gold in our life. What we simply do, normally we do gold to the next generation when they get married. So it is an idle investment without any return. But now government is giving you a very unique feature of this, Mr. Sheikh. Please invest in sovereign gold bond scheme, and Government of India will give you two benefits, Mr. Sheikh. First benefit is minimum 2.5% annual return guaranteed. 2.5%. Suppose you have invested 1 lakh rupees, Mr. Rahman, in sovereign gold bond scheme, you will get 2,500 rupees as interest income every year without fail. This is the first guarantee. And secondly, sir, this scheme is for 8 years. This scheme will run for 8 years. And whatever appreciation of the gold price is there, sir, Mr. Rahman, that will also be shared with you. Suppose today you invest in this scheme, when the gold price is 54,010 gram. Suppose today normally price is 54,010 gram. After 8 years, suppose the gold price is 80,000. Gold price is 80,000. Then you, government of India will give you 80,000, sir. 80,000 per 10 gram. So two benefits. First is guaranteed 2.5% annual interest. And secondly, whatever appreciation in the gold price will also be shared with you. In the scheme, you can invest minimum 1 gram gold price, Mr. Rahman. Minimum 1 gram gold price. And maximum limit is 4 kg gold. You can invest up to the price of 4 kg gold, and the price of the gold is decided by the government of India for different tranche. Last tranche ended on 23rd December. So there will be new tranche in January. Every month, almost every month, new tranche comes where you can invest. So please do consider investing in sovereign gold bond. Here you will not be having any gold, physical gold. You will simply, but at the same time, you can have, you can get the benefit of not only fixed interest of 2.5% on your deposit of your investment, plus also appreciation of the gold price. Third category where we can invest is security market share bazaar. Mr. Rahman, you had told me before the start of the session, sir, don't talk about the share bazaar much. It is a satta bazari. It is normally people think in that way only. Mr. Sheikh was also of the view, "Arey sir, ye baat mat kijiye, satta bazari hai." How market goes up, how the prices of the share price goes up, we don't know. Today this level, tomorrow that level, we don't know anything. My dear friends, it is not a satta bazari. It is not a speculation, Mr. Sheikh. But of course, share bazaar is a knowledge-based market. And Mr. Jaman, those who don't have knowledge of the share market must not invest into share market directly. I am also of the opinion. Please then never invest your hard-earned money on that so-called tips or some other brokers or so-called experts. If you don't have knowledge of the market, never invest in the security market directly. But one thing, Mr. Jaman, I want to share with you. Share market has given 15% average annual return during last 30 years, which no product has given. 15% average return, which no product has given. But at the same time, again, I warn you, risk is there in the share market. Top of it, don't go on the advice and tips or from the others. Take your own decision. First, get knowledge of the market, how market function, what is the market, what is the share, what is the corporate, what is the sector, what is the economy, which factor affect most of the security market. Get knowledge. After getting knowledge only, you think of start investing a small amount in share market directly. But if you don't have knowledge, please don't invest directly. There are two ways of directly investing into share market, Mr. Jaman. First is primary market. In primary market, corporate do come with their IPOs, initial public offering. They offer share to the public. You subscribe that and you get shares. In the second category is secondary market. In secondary market, Mr. Jaman, you can purchase or sale of any listed corporate at any time through exchanges. So these are the two modes of direct investment. But there is also another mode of investing into security market, Mr. Jaman, which is called mutual funds. I'm just sharing the basic knowledge of the mutual funds, and I will not encourage anybody to invest in mutual funds. I will not get any commission, Mr. Jaman, out of it. But please do understand that mutual fund, one of the best product available for the middle class, salary class person for investment and for creating wealth over a longer period of 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So what is mutual fund? Simply speaking, Mr. Mutual fund is an indirect way of investing into security market. It is not direct way. You are not directly investing. You are giving your money to the experts who are technically called fund managers. Why you are giving, Mr. Jaman? Because you don't have knowledge of the market. You don't have time to research and analyze the market. You don't know the intricacies of the how market functions. They people, those who are experts, are experts in this line. They have got huge experience of 15, 20 years into the market, and they live in the market 24 hours. So they are well equipped to take a good decision as compared to ourselves with regard to investment of our money. So mutual fund is an indirect way of investing your money. But one thing, Mr. Jaman, normally people do have a misconception and not a right perception that mutual fund is share market only. No, sir. In mutual fund, there are schemes which will invest your money into government securities, government schemes. In mutual fund, Mr. Jaman, there are schemes which will invest your money in gold. In mutual fund, there are schemes in the mutual fund, schemes in the mutual fund where your money will be invested into real estate and properties. And Mr. Jaman, in mutual fund, there are schemes which will invest your money in big international corporates. You sitting in Assam, Mr. Jaman, can be shareholder of Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon. That facility mutual fund also, that is a unique facility mutual fund also give to us. But of course, 90% of the mutual fund scheme relate to share market only. That is a fact. There are three broad categories of mutual fund schemes with regard to security market. The first category is equity fund. Equity fund. Mr. Rahman, equity fund simply means your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporates. Please do understand. And we all know, Mr. Jaman, prices of the share equity fund or equity share goes up and down every day, so risk is greater. But so is the reward. Those who can take risk, equity fund is the best suitable product for them. But risk is their minded. And for your information, Mr. Rahman, during last 10 years, most of the equity fund have given average 12 to 18% return. Average. But again, I repeat, risk is there. And those who are young, those who are below 40, should think of investing their some money into equity fund, and they should have, Mr. Jaman, a horizon of minimum 5 to 10 years. You should not be in great hurry investing today and withdrawing tomorrow. That is not going to help you. You have to have long-term investor, and long-term simply means minimum 5 years, maximum 25, 30, 40 years. So please do understand, equity fund is suitable for young persons who are below 40 and they can invest for 10, 15, 20 years or more than that. Risk is there, but getting high return probability is also there, Mr. Jaman, but there is no guarantee at all. If somebody gives you guarantee, he is not telling you truth. There is no guarantee, only possibility of getting higher return. Second category in the mutual fund in the security market is debt fund, DEBT debt fund. And debt fund is more suitable for the people like or principal sir, or those who already crossed 50, 55. In debt fund, Mr. Jaman, your savings will be given as a loan to the corporate. Please understand the difference. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporate. In debt fund, Mr. Rahman, your money will be given as a loan to the corporates. And when loan is given, the risk is relatively lower as compared to equity fund. But so is the return. So those who don't want to take high risk and are satisfied with the reasonable return like principal sir, that fund is a better product available for them. And third category of product is, sir, hybrid fund. Hybrid fund. And Jaman साहब, अगर मैं हिंदी में बात करूं, दोनों हाथों में लड्डू. Hybrid fund simply means you want to take little bit high risk, but you want to cover your risk as well. You want to expose yourself little bit, but you don't want to expose yourself fully. That is in the case of equity fund. So hybrid fund is available for the person who are between 40 to 50 years. Normally, even the younger can apply for hybrid funds. But hybrid funds means some of your money will be invested into the equity and some of your money will go to the debt fund. So you are balancing your risk. You are also getting average return. So these are the broad three categories. There are also a lot of subcategories. If you are interested, Mr. Jaman and your faculty member, next time we will have a dedicated session on mutual fund that will minimum take 2 hours. So I am skipping a lot of things because of time constraint. The best way of investing in mutual fund for the middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jaman, is SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. SIP, it's a magic. Those who are young, around 25, 30, 35, or even 40, SIP is a magic, Mr. Jaman, for them. And what is SIP? SIP simply means regular investing every month. You just open Mr. Jaman, you might have opened a recurring account in any of the banks or post office. Every month you are depositing some amount. The same principle goes here. Every month you are investing some amount. Minimum amount, Mr. Jaman, is 500 rupees and maximum there is no limit. You can invest through SIP any limit regularly. SIP is more suitable to middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jaman. Why? Because we get salary every month. So that we can regularly save some amount every month. And SIP is a magic. Those who continue with the SIP for 10, 15, 20 years, 25 years, sir, a magic will happen in their life. I just want to give you one example, Mr. Jaman. Just an example. In 1995, respected principal, sir, who was very young at that time, he is still very young, but he was very young at that time in 1995. He started an SIP of 1,000 rupees. Means every year he was investing into an equity fund. It started in 1995. Every month he is investing 1,000 rupees from his savings. Every month from 1995 to 2020 he has been investing regularly. But it rarely happens, Mr. Jaman. Normally people start SIP after 2, 3, 5 years, they withdraw it or they withdraw the money. Or why? Because sometime market goes up, sometime market goes down. And during this period, Mr. Jaman, from 1995 to 2022, market might have gone up 100 times or market might have gone 100 times. So going up and down is the basic character of the market. Please do understand. Market will always, Mr. Rahman, go up and down. Always we go up and down. This is the basic character of the market. But those who are regular and those who don't see the movement of the market seriously, like Honorable Principal, sir, who never saw the movement of the market, he continuously investing 1,000 rupees every month, right from 1992. Mr. Jaman, are you interested to know what corpus he has got now? Of course, he will not tell us, but I can tell you on his behalf, he has got a corpus of 96 lakhs. He has got a corpus of 96 lakhs. That's the beauty of SIP. But the rules are very simple but clear. You have to be a long-term investor. You should start a SIP and continue it for 10, 15, 20 years. Then you should ignore the movement of the market. Or rather, on the contrary, Mr. Jaman, with the increase your income, you should increase the amount of SIP. Suppose you started with 1,000, next year it might be 1,100, third year it might be 1,200, fourth year it might be 50. So every year you keep increasing the SIP amount, and that is now automatically possible. You need not go anywhere. Simply give the mandate that next year my amount SIP will be increased. Automatically they will increase. And I know, Mr. Jaman, a lot of young people have started not one SIP, but 4, 5, 6 SIPs. And all are target-oriented SIP. One SIP for purchase of house after 5 years. Another SIP for going on vacation after 6 years. Third SIP for higher education of the children happening after 20 years. And fourth SIP for marriage of the children. And last SIP might be for your retirement corpus. So you can have multiple SIPs. You can have multiple SIP. So SIP is a unique feature for the mutual fund. And out of context, Mr. Rahman and Mr. Sheikh, I want to tell you one more thing. In mutual fund scheme, Mr. Jaman, Shariat compliant schemes are also available. Those who are my Muslim brothers who want to invest strictly as per Shariat law, schemes are also available in the mutual funds. The other facility available in the mutual fund is SWP. Mr. Jaman, SWP means systematic withdrawal plan. And SWP is opposite of SIP. In SIP, Mr. Rahman, you are investing every month some amount. In SWP, you are withdrawing a particular amount every month. This is basically meant for your retirement life. Suppose, Mr. Jaman, you have been intelligent enough and you have developed a corpus of 5 crore rupees. Now you have retired. You don't have any income, but you want to live a good life. What is the option? SWP is available for you in mutual fund. When you retire, simply give a line of mail to them or a communication to them. Next month onwards, please keep transferring a particular amount, maybe 50,000, maybe 1 lakh, maybe 1.5 lakh out of my corpus to my bank account on first. And they will do it because ultimately your money. But the benefit, psychologically, you will be getting 1 lakh rupees every month on first. And you will continue enjoying your life as you are enjoying when you are in service. And second benefit is your remaining corpus is invested. So it's earning return. So down the line after 10 years, suppose because of inflation, today you might need 1 lakh rupees, but after 10 years, you might need 1.50 lakhs. That is also possible because your corpus will be earning interest or return on it. So SWP is a facility for leading retirement life comfortably, but for that, you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus. That is in need. A mutual fund, again, I told you, is a very big subject. I can talk another 2 hours minimum, but Sheikh Saab has signaled me that I should stop now. I should finish my session here. So last 2 things I want to tell all of you, Mr. Jaman, and that is particularly in the context of Assam. I am very much pained to note that there are a lot of fraud people. I am using the word fraud, very harsh word, who are soliciting money from the gullible investors, people who don't know anything about investment, promising them higher return, doubling their money in 5 years. Sarda, you have Rose Valley, you might have heard a lot of the big names. They're all frauds. They are all Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. So I will request all of you, particularly Principal Sir and all faculty members, please make it a point that we should never invest our hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees on the promise of high return, because ultimately they will vanish. They don't have any business model at all. They don't have any business model. So they will simply make fraud with you and take your money, and they will simply vanish. But Mr. Jaman, normally who are investing in those schemes, not you. You are educated person, mostly educated person are out investing. Those who are not so educated, class of the society, your electrician, your plumber, your milk vendor, your taxi driver, your maid servant, they people are investing because only thing they know is, oh, my money will be doubled in 4 years. It will never happen. So, Mr. Principal Sir, I will request you kindly start a campaign in your area with the help of your students and faculty members. Make people aware that they should never invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. If they don't know anything, okay, yes, that might be a possibility. They should simply put their money in bank and post offices. At least their money will be safe. So kindly, and Mr. Jaman and Principal Sir, this is your social responsibility. Mr. Jaman, have you heard about the CSR? Corporate social responsibility. But there is ISR also. ISR, individual social responsibility. This is our social responsibility to make people aware that they should never invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme and cheat fund. And last thing I want to tell all the participants, taking Principal Sir into confidence. Last thing, sir. Then I will take all the questions. Last thing. Mr. Jaman, prosperity is your right. It is not a luck. ये भाग्य नहीं है. No luck at all. We all can be prosper. Prosperity is a process through which we can get prosperity. It is a process of saving and investment. It is not a luck at all. We all can be prosper. And Mr. Jaman, some of us might have born into a poor family. That might have happened. Mr. Jaman, birth in a poor family is not a curse at all. No, forget about the where we got birth. In which family, in which birth is not a curse for all of us. But my dear friends, living as poor, Mr. Jaman, and die as poor is a curse. And we all can avoid that curse by managing our money in such a manner that we have money when we need it. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Khuda Hafiz. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You have given a lot of experience regarding finance, personal finance, and how to create wealth in our life. Now the session is open for all for interaction. If someone have any question or query,
if anybody has got any question, please raise their hand. We will make them unmute. They can ask that directly question. They can ask the question directly. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is open for all participants to ask.
Mr. Sabdar, please unmute. Please unmute Oppo A12, sir. Mr. Sabdar.
Please unmute Oppo A12. Please unmute your ID option. Please, sir. Sir, please go on your system and please unmute your ID option. Oppo 12.
Sir, please unmute yourself first.
Please.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
May I know about, sir, what is Demat account, sir? Demat account. May I know something about Demat account?
Sir, Demat account basically is meant when you want to purchase or sell share. In mutual fund, Demat account is not mandatory. So if you want to purchase share of a company, if you want, then you will have first to open a Demat account. Likewise, if you are applying for a company share through IPO, first you will have to have a Demat account. So Demat account is a mandatory because now shares are kept only in Demat form, not in physical form.
Sir, it is safe. Is it safe, sir?
100% safe, sir. 100%
The investor.
100% safe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Samina. Dr. Samina.
Any queries from participant? Please ask your question.
हेलो
Yeah, Dr. Samina.
सर, आपने जो गोल्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात की थी ना,
Yeah.
उस गोल्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट का नाम क्या देंगे?
आप दोबारा लिख लीजिए, इसको दोबारा बता रहा हूं मैं.
हाँ हाँ, थैंक यू.
SOVEREIGN.
SOB
V for victory. SOVEREIGN.
IGN.
Sovereign gold bond scheme. Gold bond scheme.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any other question from any participant? Yes, sir. A12, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Thank you.
Yes. And any other question from any participant?
Dear participant, if any queries, please ask. Our resource person is ready to answer.
Mr. Jaman, are you there? If you can unmute yourself and give your observation about the session.
Dear participant, our feedback form is on the chat box. you can fill it and submit.
Any
And if
question from any participant, you are welcome to ask the question.
Sir, it is not a question, it is a kind of compliment. It was an awesome program. I am from literature department, I am from English department. A very limited idea about this economy and all, but whatever I have learned from you, it will be a lifelong beneficial thing for me, sir.
So nice of you.
Very thank you, sir.
So nice of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Sheikh, if there is no question, we can wind it up now.
Yes, sir. Maybe there is no question.
Okay.
Then you can leave. Sir, please, 1 minute, sir. Professor Nazrul Islam is here.
Yes,
From
yes, yes, I'm here. Okay.
Please, sir, give your vote of thanks.
Yes, thank you.
for
Thank you
today's
very
session.
much. Good afternoon, everyone.
Meeting
Respected Chief Guest of National Webinar on Financial Empowerment through Wealth Creation. So, it is a very pleasurable and very interesting session. So, on behalf of Hamidabad College Satya, I extend my heartfelt thanks and gratefulness to the Chief Guest, Mr. Suryakanta Sharma Ji. He is a consultant, AMFI, former DGM, SEBI. He has done a great job, and from his deliberation, we are so much impressed and encouraged and energized. Actually, we have learned a number of things about the investment, which is very important for our life. So once again, on behalf of Hamidabad College Satya, I extend my heartfelt thanks and gratefulness to the Chief Guest, Mr. Suryakanta Sharma Ji.
Thank you,
And
sir.
again,
Sir, on my behalf and on behalf of MC, I am thankful to Honorable Principal, all faculty members, and all colleagues who have joined this program. Mr. Jaman, are you in a position to unmute yourself? Please unmute yourself and give your observation if you want to speak something. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Sir, I am so happy to be a part of this program. All that the information given by you are noted down by me. I will try my best to go according to your advice. And I thank Hamidabad College for organizing this one. This kind of programs are very much required for all of us. Many of the times, I would very much like to join again and again to learn and educate myself economically. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I am thankful to all of you for giving me opportunity to be with you, of course, through this platform. But I will be very happy to come to your college as well, Mr. Sheikh, at the first opportunity.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I request all the participants participated in this program. Please fill the feedback form, and you will be awarded by e-certificate very soon, within a week. Just to fill up the feedback form.
Thank you. And I'm also thankful to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed, who has coordinated this event with you. Mr. Sabjar, special thanks to you. Thank you very much. God